While the soup is cooking, I'm going to make my biscuit dough. So, you start off with 2 cups of flour. I have my flour here. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. That's good enough. I have a tablespoon of baking powder and a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm just going to mix those dry ingredients up. To that, you add 6 tablespoons of butter. You can use any kind, vegan or non-vegan. And that equals just over 1/3 of a cup, so I have a little blob on top here. So I'm just gonna try and get that out of here. This is hard still. I guess you could probably use margarine too, whichever you prefer. So margarine or butter, vegan or non-vegan. I'm just going to cut that in a bit. That's pretty good. There's still some lumps in there. Mix that around a little bit. I'm going to make a well in the center. And I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of milk. You can use regular or I use oat milk. And you just mix that up to a soft dough that you can roll out. I mix the last bit with my hands. Of course, then my hands get all sticky. But yeah, that's formed a nice ball now. I just lightly floured my mat, if I can say the words right. And I have my dough here. I'm gonna knead it a couple of times, that's all. I'm just going to make it about 1/2 inch thick, after 3/4. You can roll it if you prefer. Now, if I'm having guests, I would probably get out the round cookie cutter, maybe. But then you have to flatten the dough to get the last bit of ends. So I'm just going to cut it into funny shapes or squares. The oven is on at 425 degrees and I have a grease pan here. And I'm just going to cut these. And not making huge ones. Oops. Cut right through. I'm just going to put them on the pan. Hopefully they rise well. I'll continue putting these on the pan. And then I'm going to cook them for about 12 minutes. I'm going to keep my eye on them. You have to remember every oven is kind of different too. Every pan that you cook on is kind of different as well. I hate non-stick pans. I never burnt a thing until they came out with the non-stick pans. Ready for the oven when it's ready. That sounds funny. Okay. Take two. Well, they're on the pan and they're ready for the oven. Just waiting for it to heat up. While I cooked the biscuits for 10 minutes, I did turn the oven down a little bit because they were browning a little too quickly. But they're pretty hot right now. We're going to take them off the tray to cool.